What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the second day of September, and here we are sitting at about 305,666. 9 hours, 30 minutes left in the day. We do have a higher low here. It's very possible that we found our low. I feel like Toshi has found its low before a lot of cryptos over the past couple of months. Like it'll start to move up before everything else does. Here it bottomed on the 7th of April, just like everything else. Let's look at this. From a low to a high overall, we are right at this 382. That's a pretty damn good area to find support, right? We didn't really respect it last time or the time before, the 236 either, but we did close here. We did find resistance here. We did close right here as well. I mean, it's significant enough of an area that I think that this could be an area to find support. We'll look at the short-term stuff and see if we can confirm that. But let's look at this high to low real quick. Okay, we looked at the low to high. Let's look at the high to low. We're also at that 382. Look at that. Fancy that. Maybe a little bit lower first, but around that area nonetheless. Makes sense to me. And then last but not least, let's take this low to high here. Right at the 0.5. If we were to go lower, 305, 3047 could be an area that we go to. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the idea of going below this low. We'll see. Let me look at this one too real quick. Low to high. Golden ratio support. Man, based off these fibs, and there's reason enough to go lower, but based off of these fibs, it's a pretty damn significant area right there. I wouldn't be surprised if you did find support. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and see what we're coming up with here. RSI bouncing off the oversold zone, giving some bullish divergence. Stochastics coming up, MACD coming up. It's weird. It's kind of wonky on the 1 hour, but in all fairness, so is the price. So it looks good overall, though, I would say. Look at that. You had a pretty bearish candle here with a lot of volume, and you didn't go anywhere. In fact, you ate it back up the next hour, and here you are. You bullishly engulfed that bearish Marubazoo. You gave a bullish Marubazoo, and now you're running up. Marubazoo is whenever you get a candle it basically just opens and closes to one direction. It doesn't have any wicks at all, right? And you got two of them back to back. I think here you did that and then you went lower, right? Here you're doing that. I think you're going to go higher. Looks good. Looks pretty good. It's weird. It's just weird. I'm not getting a whole lot off the 1 hour, but it does look like you want to move up right now. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, bullish divergence there. That would at least be suggestive of going back to probably 306. Okay, you're at 30567 right now, so nothing too crazy. Bullish divergence on the stochastics, bullish divergence on the MACD. Good looks. Overall bearish on the stochastics, overall bearish on the MACD, and overall bearish on the RSI. But maybe you move up a little bit from here. It's not enough to validate that this is the low, but it's definitely enough to validate that we move up a little bit from a low. Come on now, I was so close. I want the low. Give me that low from a low to a high. Right at the golden ratio. It's pretty common to come up and find resistance at the 1272. But if you go above that to 306, like I was talking about, might you then go to 3062 or even 3065, somewhere in there? You really start to provide that this could be the low. You start getting up here, but it's not valid that this is the low until we're above probably like 3067, 3068, something like that. A little bit higher. But it would definitely be exciting. You'd look like you break out of this trend. And overall, you do have your A, B, C correction filled. That might be it, man. That might be it. If you were to go lower, if that's not the low, and you were to go lower, 3005, 3049, somewhere in that area, maybe 3047 at the lowest, but nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy from here, at least. Definitely bullish posturings, but overall bearishness. But you're going to be at your low points. You do have overall bearish looks. That's just how it is, no matter what. So definitely could turn it around here, you guys. That could be the low. And with all those significant fibs you're looking at on the daily time frame, I really wouldn't be surprised. Stochastics are right where they are every time you find support. MACD's right at the zero. You could cross here and find support, bounce up. The RSI is at the same area that you were last time you bounced. You were a little bit lower here, but you bounced here before as well. You found resistance right at this area and gone lower. Like it makes sense to me that you'd move up, man. So I'm going to call for that. I'm going to call for the low, oddly enough. Oh, I really hope I'm not wrong, but I'm going to call for the low here because I do think that Bitcoin has lower to go. I do think Ethereum might even have lower to go, and XRP might have lower to go as well. The top three might have lower to go. And calling for a low on any crypto while assuming that they all have lower to go is a bit bold. Of course, I think Bitcoin's going to move up a little bit. I mean, it's here now at 111.6K. This might be the high, but could go up to like 113, 112K, somewhere around there. That's fine. Toshi, though, you get enough of a bounce, you might come back down while the rest of the market's going a little bit lower, but you'll still have a higher low. I wouldn't be surprised if you moved up, so let's call for that. Let's put it in there. I think you're going to move up. I'm going to put a high to low here, and then I'm going to put a high to low here and see what we come up with. And again, if you move lower, it's going to be in significant amounts. It's too early to say. We don't have confirmation yet. Confirmation comes in the form of closing above 3063. Okay, get above 3063 on a daily closing basis, and we will confirm that this is the low. I'm calling for it to be the low, but we'll confirm it as the low if we get above 3063. 30676 if you want to be a stickler about it, right? Let's say 3068 would really validate it at that point, okay? But ultimately, I think we're going up higher, right? We've got a lot higher to go. I don't believe, even if we do go lower, that we have a lot lower to go. I doubt that we go too much lower. 3047, I believe, was like the lowest. 3046 maybe. By the end of this month, I wouldn't be surprised if we were at new relative highs. We took out a zero. We're at 201. Continuing to rally, continuing to grow. And maybe it's not like this the whole way through. I'm just drawing a pic. Maybe it's like this, and you come down, and it's a little bit more methodical. Inevitably, I do believe that we're going to see higher prices. We're going to go all the way up to about 0015 to 0018 first. That'll be our next kind of stopping point right up here, right? And then we'll consolidate. And then going into October, we should see new all-time highs in the form of 005 to 00812. Maybe we do hit 1 cent or beyond. We really could. If this alt market kicks off in a spectacular way, we absolutely could see Toshi going up to like 1.3 to 1.6 cents by the end of October, if not sometime in November. But time will tell. Time will tell. For now, let's just stay focused on this next target area of about 0015 to 0018. And then we could talk about new all-time highs after that. Okay, I think that we will get there by the end of this month. And if I'm wrong, if we happen to go lower, maybe then we don't hit this by the end of the month. But I would expect still that we're above 001 by the end of this month. I still do think that we'll be there. First half of the month should be bearish. Second half should be bullish. For Toshi, it might be like semi-bullish, more neutral for the first half, and then we really start to kick things off in the second half. But I got nothing else for you guys. I think I've said everything I need to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We can look at the 3-day time frame real quick. Maybe we should look at the ribbons too. Let's just check in on that real quick. We'll look at MEXC and go to the ribbons. Let's see here. Check on something real quick. A little bit. Okay. I need to get some water, man. I keep saying I'm going to get some water, and then I just stay glued to this chair. You guys know the most important rule in crypto investing? You'll never lose money if you just follow this one rule, all right? This rule is, and we're back. All right, so here we are, looking at it now and putting the ribbon on it. Let's see. I like the 3-day. I actually like that you went below. That's perfect. That's actually a perfect area to find support. You've done that exact thing before. You've done that exact thing before. Exact same thing. The daily ribbon's about to cross down, so come up, man. Do it now. Move up now. Prove me right. Move up. Do it. Do it now and save the day. That'd be phenomenal. Very compressed ribbon. You don't want it to cross down. If it crosses down, that's not necessarily a good thing. But in all fairness, you cross down here, you move down for about 4 days, and then you started to move up. So hey, whatever. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. The daily's not the most significant. Let's look at the weekly. Bullish overall, yeah. 4-hour might be applicable. Let's see. Bearish, but you flip bullish once you get above. Once you maintain above 0063, if you can do that for a couple days, I think it'd flip bullish. That's good. Overall bullish on the ribbons, but it would be nice if you did see some kind of pop within like the next 48 hours. Okay, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.